Pamangkin ka ni Meryll
gets.
Soriano, ang galing mo mag-comedy, ang galing mo mag-drama, para kang tita mo, parang ganyan.
Nire-reject talaga ng utak ko, ng katawan ko, yung buong idea of being an actor.
Alam mo
Ayun.
yata itong pelikula na.
Pwede ba natin i-reveal?
So yun na nga, Mars. Diba? Sabi ko na nga ba, uy, thank you
Naman.
Oo nga, maraming salamat sa...
O, diba? Maiba naman minsan.
Right.
Nag-shopping ako for this.
Totoo nga ba?
Ng outfit?
Shopping? Ito na yun. Sabi ko sa inyo. Real stories from real people from the big screen. I'm Ricci Chan and this is Behind the Reel. Today, of course, as you can see, for this episode, we are featuring two of the most powerful actors in the industry. Powerful in the sense that they're powerhouse actors because they're character actors, scene stealers who are making their mark both in independent cinema and mainstream movies. So, let's sit back and watch as these characters reveal themselves and they take center stage behind the reel. Nax.
Perfect.
O, diba? Kumusta ka na, Me?
Ito, ang tagal natin din.
Of course, Meryll Soriano and Angeli Bayani. How are you? How are you?
Ikaw! How are me? Maling English.
Ay, ganito na lang. Huwag na tayong lumayo. Let's start with the big question. In my Tito Boy moment,
Yes.
why acting?
Why not?
Sabi ko na. Sabi ko na.
Hindi ko dadalhin, syempre.
Pero hindi. I mean, first time it's a basic question, di ba? But
Yeah.
ano siya eh, essential siya eh. Bakit napili nyo ang pagiging artista? Why acting?
Ako, I'll start.
Go.
Actually, pinili ako ng acting. Kasi siguro, I grew up in that environment. Of course, knowing si Tita Maricel, the Diamond Star.
Yes.
Lumaki ako sa set.
Tsaka lahat, no?
Oo.
Father,
Father, mother,
relatives.
brother, sister.
How do you brush your teeth?
Yes.
Oo.
So, lumaki ako sa set. So, I think, parang nung bata ako, ang idea ko lahat magiging direktor, utility, yung ganon. Kasi yun lang yung environment ko eh. Asa tiyan pa lang ata ako ng nanay ko, nasa set na ako ng Jan and
Oo,
Marcia.
tama.
So, andun ako sa space na yun. So, parang it was so natural for me to go into acting. I started when I was 9.
Okay.
And wala lang nang pagtripan na gusto mag-audition. Parang ganun sa bagong TV show nila. Tito Vic pa yun. It Bulinggit. Kasama ko sila Aiza.
I remember, oh my...
Ayatong Redillas.
Kasama ka doon?
Yes. Hindi mo naalala.
Hindi na.
O sige, sa Body and Soul.
No, because I'm Gen Z eh.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Wow. No, but that I started that young.
Ikaw yan. I know that. And I think a lot of people who know you are also aware na it's a family affair. No?
Yeah.
But I also know, si Angeli naman, complete opposite. Because she didn't start out as an actress. Eh.
Yeah.
That's why I also wanna know from Angeli. For those who don't know kasi, she is a College of Music major.
Hindi ko alam yun.
Oo. Our first work together was in an operetta as singers. So why
Oh my
acting, Angeli?
God.
Paano ka nadala doon? Why were you brought to acting?
OMG. Mula ba sa pagka-College of Music ko?
Well, pwede naman nating i-explore yan kasi parang doon kita unang nakitang umarte.
Kaloka. So ito na nga, no? So voice major ako. Freshman ako nung time na yon sa College of Music, no? Tapos, sa pagkakatanda ko ha, every freshman, dapat merong recital at the end of the year. Tapos for some reason, yung teacher ko, ayaw niya ako ipag-recital, ganyan. So feeling left out naman ako sa mga kabatch ko, di ba? Tapos sakto, etong si Sir Ogie, Sumalangit Nawa, nagpapa-audition for La Viuda. Tapos wala akong magawa sa buhay, ganyan. Try ko kaya, ganyan. So, nag-audition ako, tapos hindi ko naman ini-expect na makukuha kasi ano ba namang alam ko, 'di ba? Pero yun na nga, nakuha ako.
So that was really your
Tapos,
first acting gig?
na hindi kasama sa UP Rep, kasi UP Rep din ako. Ito rin pala.
Okay.
Sa UP Rep, PM ako, SM ako. Hindi
So,
talaga
staff.
ako.
Staff.
Oo. Ganyan, so yeah, it was my first na professional.
So, interesting, opposites, kasi ikaw early.
Yes.
Si Angeli college na eh.
Mm-mm.
So how difficult was that for you? Kasi, well, my follow-up question, Me, is ganito. Your awareness of acting. Kasi at 9, kung environment mo na yun, syempre, dala ka na doon eh. Pero kailan ka nagkaroon ng awareness na gusto kong maging aktor?
2005, Cinemalaya.
What role
Oh
was
my
that?
God.
For Room Boy. It was the beginning of the independent cinema.
Yes, oo.
So, para lang ako naglalaro throughout my high school, ganyan. Kasi sitcom baby ako eh.
Correct.
Diba? From Body and Soul to Kyle and Mister, Mary the Potter. Parang lumaki na ako ng ganyan. So, yung mga drama-drama ko, you know.
Bata-bata.
Oo.
So, 2005 Cinemalaya, ano yung moment na artista ako, aktor ako,
Kasi siguro dahil too close to home
material?
yung Meryll Soriano,
Ah,
pamangkin ka ni Meryll
gets.
Soriano, ang galing mo mag-comedy, ang galing mo mag-drama, para kang tita mo, parang ganyan. So the materials that I've been doing since I was young, very, very different from 2005 na Cinemalaya. Parang doon ko naramdaman na I want to do this. Kasi gusto ko na mag-quit eh. High school pa lang ako, gusto ko mag-volleyball.
Oo.
But then again, nabigyan nga ng independent cinema.
Correct.
And I felt like, this is my home. This is really something that I feel na my niche,
Correct.
na away from my family.
Oo.
Na apart, na magsiset aside sa amin dalawa ng tita ko.
Correct.
Yeah.
Ikaw naman, Angeli, anong project? Kasi yun nga, nag-start tayo sa theater. So nag-start tayo operetta. Mix pa yun eh, kasi ang operetta is singing and acting.
Correct.
So what was the first time you told yourself, ay, hindi na to singing-raised, hindi na to operetta. Aktor. Anong role yun?
Alam mo, hindi ko maalala kung anong role, but it was when I was a scholar sa Tanghalang Pilipino.
Yes.
Yung first year ko doon, hindi nire-reject talaga ng utak ko, ng katawan ko, yung buong idea of being an actor. Kasi accident din yun kung bakit ako napasok sa...
Tanghalan.
Oo, sobrang accident siya. Tapos wala lang akong mapuntahan, kaya nagstay ako. Tapos after that 1 year, well, during that year, syempre pinapagalitan ako ni Herbie Go, no? Na parang napaka-ingrata mo, chiririt, mga ganun. Tapos ako yung ingrata, ako nga, di ba? Yung mga ganun. Yung mga ganun pa ako. Tapos after nung first year, parang sabi ko, bakit nga ba ako nandito? Kasi kung hindi ko naman, kung aksidente siya, I mean, what are the odds? Yun na napaganon talaga ako. So, I took a really long, hard look at what was in front of me. And then I realized, I'm actually good at this. Di ba weird na? I mean, not for anything, parang I actually know how to act.
What's your first role that you were able to say, I'm able to occupy a character? Kasi why acting, di ba? Parang, that question seems like a punchline and seems easy to say. Pero yung, why acting? Kasi when I occupied this character, ano yun para sa'yo? As a character actor?
Honestly, I think it was nung ginawa ko yung Maria Clara. For some reason, kinasta kong Maria Clara. Di ba? Hindi, against type eh.
Cinemalaya?
Hindi, Non Me Tangere, the musical.
Okay, so sa
musical
theater
pa siya.
yon.
Yeah, it was in theater.
But in movies?
In movies.
Kasi iba eh.
That is true.
Kasi, I mean, we're also theater babies, di ba? I mean, we've
Yeah.
all dabbled in the theater. Pero yung karakter sa pelikula, iba yun eh.
Alam mo, Cinemalaya din for me, 2006.
So magkasunod lang. 2005 in Cinemalaya for you. 2006, what movie was this?
Ang huling araw ng linggo.
Ay, ang ganda nun.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Anong role?
Nagtatrabaho sa laundry shop. Tapos, crush ko si Baron, pero may ibang nanliligaw sa akin. Tapos, ganun lang kasimple, pero may nangyari sa akin nung sinushoot namin yun.
Na-form na talaga.
Yeah, oo.
Nagkaroon ka ng consciousness na artista ako, I'm an actor.
Yes. Oo,
Bongga.
na parang walang no turning back. Ito na talaga.
Well,
Totoo. May ganun.
we've all done mainstream and independent, right? as independent actors, we are blessed to explore the characters.
Yes.
Ano yung mga mahirap na challenge when you're given that much freedom to explore your characters?
If I can adjust yung concept nung sa question, it's more of that's where I get to play. Kasi sanay na sanay nga ako sa mainstream na TV and movies. Parang nung nabigyan ako ng chance, every role is a challenge anyway.
Okay.
Because first, yung role ko sa Room Boy 2005 Cinemalaya, Pokpokita. Hindi mo ko Pokpokita. So, ang hirap ng mga...
Di ba?
Minsan lang.
Or tapos na yung era?
Tapos na yung era. Tapos na rin. So, ang hirap niya for me because I am very conscious about my body.
Yes.
Number
All
one.
of us are.
Yes. And I
As
don't want to do
actors.
sexy stuff ever. So, hirap ako sa mga sexy. Oh, ganyan. Ganyan yung mga sexy. Parang pang TikTok yan ngayon.
Kaya nga hindi ako yun, kaya nga ikaw.
Hirap ako
Oo.
sa mga ganon. Sa roles that are daring. Meron akong
Skin.
skin. Hirap ako dyan.
So, yun ang challenge mo?
Yes. I did Ricardo's, Paulo Heras with...
Direct Paulo?
Yes, at Cinema One Originals.
Did he write that also? Kasi
Yes.
writer din si Paolo eh. Oh.
Doon ako nahirapan sa showing of that kind of intimate setting. Hirap talaga ako. Up to now.
Ikaw naman, Ange, what's the biggest challenge of a character actor in terms, kasi nga may freedom ka na in independent cinema, di ba? Pero ano yung challenges when you're getting into those roles?
I feel na I am most challenged when I don't feel safe. Yeah.
In what
Yung
sense?
tsura mo.
Hindi kasi, safety eh.
Yeah.
Importante sa artista na safe ka para, ang dami kasing ina-expose eh, di ba, na emotions. So.
'Di ba? So, 'di ba? Andun ka na eh, vulnerable ka na, you're emotionally alive and all that. Tapos minsan, may papagawa sa'yo or ilalagay ka sa isang lugar na hindi secure. And there you are trying to live in this circumstance. Tapos may mangyayari sa'yo na outside of it. Nag-make sense, may sinasabi ko.
Yeah.
Alam ko
Ayun.
yata itong pelikula na.
Pwede ba natin i-reveal?
But it's true, it's true.
Alam mo yun, kasi yung utak mo biglang kumakawala kasi parang i-address ko ba yung nangyayari sa akin right now o itutuloy ko to. Yung gano'n. So, ang hirap kasi yun na nga, nandun na kami. Tapos, and there's a split-second decision na, sige, gagawin ko to kasi this is what I love to do eh.
Okay.
Diba? So,
Connect ko yung next question dyan Problema yan ng independent cinema kasi sometimes or most of the time wala tayong budget.
Truth.
Walang budget, hirap. Lalo na ngayon, uso yung intimacy coordinator, M&M coordinator, lahat na ng coordinator.
Dati wala namang ganyan.
Oo, di ba? Stunt coordinator. Siyempre si indie cut lahat yan kasi wala tayong ano.
True.
Because ganun nga, ano sa tingin nyo yung pinakamalaking limitation of being a character actor ng independent cinemas versus mainstream movies?
Ako, I think the budget really is a factor, a big factor why nalalagay tayo sa hindi masyadong magandang working conditions, situations. Diba? Like for example, sa mainstream, meron kang standby area.
Correct.
Diba? Meron kang ganito, ganyan.
There's people, may staff ka.
May staff.
Kompleto ng
sa
permit.
sa independent talaga.
Multiple rules yung mga yan.
Yes, and you as well, you help out
Oo,
as sa production na rin because naiintindihan mo eh. You understand it, you love it, you're very passionate about it, so you help out.
correct.
But tama ka eh, yung safety, hindi ko na nga naisip yan eh. Pero manalalagay ka talaga sa sitwasyon na hindi rin kasi natin kultura, aminin na natin.
Ang alin?
Yung safety.
Yung
Lumaki ako sa industriya, hindi siya parte. Ngayon na lang.
Oh, tsaka yung iindahin mo kasi mahal mo nga, 'di ba?
Oo.
Kasi
Yeah.
you do it because you love the character.
Yeah. Yes.
And iaano mo na lang yon parang, sige na nga, tatanggapin ko na lang.
Oo,
Kasi
lagi.
gusto ko yung role eh.
Ganun lagi.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Kaya
sad.
ngayon, mas may chance ka, mas meron kang chance to demand. Not because nagdidiva ka, but
Oo.
because na-address na tong mga safety ganito, meron kang EGL, meron tayong Eddie Garcia
Tama.
Law.
So, nagpapasalamat tayo dyan
Of
kasi
course.
salamat kay Tito Eddie at unfortunate dun sa
Yeah.
nangyari sa kanya, but maraming magandang nagbunga doon, di ba?
Oo.
For all, not
For
just
all, yeah,
mainstream.
not just
not just for
actors.
indie.
Yes.
Correct. For mainstream and not just for actors. Tama, correct.
Yes.
Oh, mag-umpisa ako sa'yo, Mars.
Oh.
You're quite well known as a character actor for your rawness and mga chargedness of your emotions. Hindi kasi yun di ba? You're one of those na parang hindi nahihiyang tumulo ang uhog. Yung raw, yung talagang, kung ito mangyayari, di ba? You portray deep and complex characters from Manyanita to Iloilo. Ay, ganda. I remember this. Yes,
totoo.
maganda yan. So, how do you tap into deep emotions? I ask you to because you're also an acting coach. And you teach a specific kind of technique, diba? So, how do you tap into these emotions and how do you channel them into all of the characters that you occupy? Tapos, how was your experience in Iloilo different from the other roles?
Yaman lang din na binanggit mo na nagtuturo din ako. Yung, alam mo yung, medyo magpapaka-technical ako ng konti sa pagpaliwanag.
Go! Pero sana mag-gets natin.
Hindi, ano lang, it's a marriage of your life experience, yung understanding mo ng lahat ng pinagdaanan mo. And
So, importante yun?
Oo, you have to, importante yun, yung understanding mo of your life experience. Kasi, some people kasi pwedeng pareho ng pinagdaanan, pero iba yung understanding nila. Iba yung tanggap nila dun sa experience na yun. So yun, yung understanding mo ng life experience mo, tapos imi-marry mo with imaginary circumstances. It's always like, so kung ito nangyari na sa akin, what if ganito? So kumbaga, nare-raise mo, naha-heighten mo for yourself yung nangyayari. And dahil meron siyang, nakaugat siya sa'yo, sa truth mo, yun yung lumalabas sa, I'm glad na, yun yung tingin ng mga tao, pero, pero yun na nga, parang it's coming from me, as, kumbaga, truth ko and my imagination.
Sa Iloilo naman.
Sa lahat ng ginawa ko.
Kasi parang, no, well, aminin na natin, Singapore, right?
Yes.
Singapore production.
Yeah.
It was cost celebration one of the few that has really cemented your presence in the character actor realm. Anong difference niya from your other
Yung
characters?
God.
Hindi rin kasi ikaw na ikaw yun
Totoo naman.
Ang layo, Mars.
Alam mo ba dapat sa akin yun?
Huh?
Yeah.
Totoo ba? O, eto na yung chika.
Oo nga. Ano nangyari?
Sagutin mo muna yan, tapos tsaka natin i-address yan, Day.
Wait, hindi kasi, okay. Una, totoo naman yung sinabi mo. Kahit ako pag pinapanood ko siya, hindi ko makita yung ako, hindi ko alam kung paano nangyari. Kasi syempre, pag nandun ka naman, di mo naman,
True.
Iniisip yun, Pero, siya yung, the director kasi, una sa lahat, sobrang firm niya sa gusto niyang makita. Na sometimes, ang feeling ko, hindi siya, dare I say it, collaborative.
Okay.
It felt, alam mo yun, pero syempre...
Exclusive. Vision lang niya.
Oo, pero syempre, di ba, kailangan nating mag-collaborate, even if feeling natin, parang wala akong value. Kasi as an actress din, na kinakwento mo yung kwento nila, di ba? Hindi mo naman pwedeng sabihin sa sarili mo na wala akong value. Meron, kailangan ko lang hanapin. So, I think, yung nahirapan lang ako is, paano ko hahanapin yung gusto niya, and yet totoo sa akin yung ginagawa ko.
Quickly, bakit sa'yo dapat yun?
No, he really wanted me to portray the roles sa Iloilo. Kaya lang talaga, I was leaving for London. I was, up to the last day na nahihirapan ako, umiyak sa library. Kasi talagang gusto niya. Kaya lang sabi ko, I have to make a choice.
Yeah.
So I had to study. But of course, I was happy that it was Angeli.
Of course. O, ikaw naman.
Ano?
Wow! Nakadalawa na siya, ikaw naman.
Ano meron?
Ito na, Me. You bring out a certain, unpredictability as a character actor.
Hello,
Oo, hindi kasi, I call it volatility Yung parang, nasanay na kami sa certain way ng pag-act ni Me. Tapos, isusurpresa mo kami sa
Ano ba yun?
sa mga roles mo. How do you make it unique every time you go into a character?
Alam mo,
Kasi ibang-iba sa Mars.
hindi ko talaga alam. I think my process as an actor is, I start when I read the script. From the very beginning I read the script, I already have a vision, a sense of self doon sa character. And doon ako nagsa-start. And then of course, talagang bonus na lang pag collaborative yung mga tao sa paligid mo. Like, not just the director, but your co-actors and the whole production. So, pero doon ako nagsa-start. So, hindi ko talaga mapipinpoint kung paano ko siya ginagawa. It helps to have to have the complete process of being able to talk to the writers. Para siyang complete, parang siya, anong tawag doon? Whole? In a way, holistic approach to things. But, yeah, I think, doon ako na-excite eh. Na-excite ako pagka iba't ibang characters yung biniplay ko, na malalayo.
Sobrang layo, Mars, kasi I remember watching, of course, I remember watching you several times. Pero yung tumatak sa akin, Pauwi Na ba ang title nun?
Pauwi Na.
With Paolo.
Tumawid ako sa Commonwealth.
Tumawid ka ng Commonwealth nun.
Nabulag.
Buntis ka.
At bulag, kunyari.
So, Pauwi Na, your character there was so different from, say, yun nga, Honor Thy Father. How difficult is it to shift? Method ka ba?
Hindi.
Hindi.
Hindi ako method.
Hindi mo kailangan?
Hindi. Hindi ako na ano sa method kasi parang I don't wanna bring it home. Oo. So I like yung process ko na actually one of my very I go to the set feeling myself. So forma ko, yung personality
Meryll
ko.
Soriano.
Oo, yung talaga yung
Oo.
kung paano ako. And then I transform into a character pag naka-costume na and yun.
So sinasabayan mo yung pagsuot ng costume.
But kailangan umuwi ako ng Meryll Soriano ako.
Yeah.
Ayoko talaga nang nagdadala ng...
The same.
Oo.
Ayoko eh.
Hirap.
May mga anak din kasi kami.
Kailangan namin maging
How hard
ina.
is it for a character actor to let go? And when?
And when?
Kasi
After.
nauso ng
Possible,
lock-in
chika.
eh. Nauso ng lock-in.
Ay, naku, hindi ko talaga kaya unlock-in.
Kasi bit-bit, di ba?
My God, hirap na hirap ako sa
So
lock-in.
when do you let go as a character? When does the character end and where does Meryl and Angeli start again?
Pag
Ang hirap
sinabing
nun
pack up na.
Kasi ako, as an actor in the theater, madali. Kasi sa entablado, pagkabaw,
That's it.
may hinga ka eh.
Yeah.
Sa artista sa pelikula, ang hirap eh. Ano? Kailan? Ikaw agad?
Ako agad.
Oo.
Ako agad.
Was that a
And
skill
then,
you developed in being in the industry for a while?
siguro, hindi ko na rin, na hindi siya conscious thing.
Natural na sa'yo.
Yeah.
Ikaw, Ange?
Oo, same. Kasi yun na nga, I have to be a mom pag uwi ko eh. Hindi ko siya dapat dala.
Oh, so kalma na tayo dyan. Let go na natin yan.
Wow. Magbibisa ako.
Kung sa pelikula ay may mga trailer, ang ating sneak peek naman ay magpapakita tayo ng sneak peek of your stills from your recent film.
Recent?
Bulagaan to, Day. This first sneak peek is for Angeli.
Ay,
Hindi ako yung una.
Tell us something about this. Una sa lahat, bato ba yung hawak mo o papaya?
Darna! Ang laki ng bato.
Ano to? Pelikula muna. Ano pelikula to?
Buhaya. Ang hirap ng shoot na to, sa totoo lang, kasi nasa Agusan kami, sa swamp. The location was so...
Horrendous.
Napapalagiran kami ng tubig.
so-
Napakainit.
So yan yung sinasabi mong safety and yung mga...
Ay, hindi. Iba
Hindi
pa yung
naman.
sinasabi
Hindi
ko.
pa yun.
Oo. Sa syudad nangyari yung sinasabi ko.
Ay, okay.
Thank
Pero
God.
okay naman yung conditions.
Oo, okay
Mahirap
naman.
lang.
Mahirap lang
Effort
kasi
lang.
parang...
Minatamata mo kami dyan,
nagpaitim-
no? Minatamata mo kami dyan,
Oo,
eh.
tingnan mo.
Nagpaitim ako, tapos umitim na rin ako ng kusa. Kasi Bilaray is sa swampy.
Oh, bongga. So yun ang sneak peek mo. Oh, Meryl,
Ano my God?
it's your turn. This is your sneak peek. Oh.
Oh, honor thy father.
Honor thy father.
Yes.
Oh. Ano naman ang mga na-evoke naman? Baguio to, di ba?
Baguio, yes. It was an experience eh, kasi it was also my first time working with Eric Mati.
Yes.
So,
But not your first time with John Lloyd.
No, kasi we worked Betty La Fea pa. Matagal na kami magkatrabaho. So, it was an experience kasi it's like an independent film but not.
Oo
Yung
eh.
setup
Yun ang
niya.
feel
So,
niya nung pinanood ko siya.
Yeah,
eh.
so hindi ko rin ma-place but you know, masaya ako dahil
Emotion? Anong na-evoke na emotion sa'yo?
ano yan eh, yung desperation sa ano,
Ganda
yung
ng
sa
shot,
faith, sa faith and money. Ano, I think it's the independent cinema that turned my life around.
Yung pinatry ko talagang, asan ba yun? Tapos finally sabi ko, asan ba?
O minsan mas malaki yung tiyan.
Laging mas malaki yung tier, yung natatanggihan ko. Ba't ganun, Lord?
Ang dami kasi namin din na magagaling, di ba? No, I mean, alam mo yun.
I like
So, ang dami
self-awareness.
namin magagaling.
Alam mo naman ang independent, di ba? Acting, underacting, bigay mo lang yung tama.
Willing to give up TV.
Of course!